In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a rear caliper on a Jeep Cherokee. It is located behind the rear wheel. Anytime you do any rear brake service to this vehicle, you have to put it in rear brake service mode. So if you put on your accessories, let this load, hit accept, go into settings, go under brakes, service mode, hit yes. You're going to hear some noises coming from the rear. That's retracting the brake calipers. Now you're in service mode. Shut your car off and you're ready to go. You want to raise and support your vehicle safely, wheels off the ground. You want to take these 19mm lug bolts off. These are not lug nuts. They are a bolt. You just want to put this one back in so the wheel doesn't fall off when you take all the rest of them off. Just hold your wheel, take that last one out. Once you've located your rear caliper, you have your rear caliper electronic e-brake plug. Stick a pick on the bottom end of it, pull towards you, lift up, push that off to the side. If you come around the back side, run underneath your electronic e-brake motor, there's a brake line. You need to remove that. This is an 11mm. Just pull it off and push it off to the side a little bit. Now you want to take your 10mm bolt and nut off. You can take a cap of some sort, just kind of pop it over that line so it doesn't leak or leak as much. You can push that off to the side. Let's take your 10mm bottom bolt off. Crack the top. And there's your caliper. Once you take your caliper off, you got to take your mounting bracket off for your pads. And that is a T55 Torx. And slide that bracket off. You need to transfer your emergency brake motor from the old one to the new one. That's held on by two T27 Torx. Pull straight up and out. Make sure your mating surface is nice and clean. Don't spray anything in here because it is electronic. So just give it a quick wipe. Slide it down. Start your bolts by hand. Give them a snug. Now on to removing your two caliper bracket bolts. One of them is a 13mm, the other one is a 10mm. remove your caliper from your bracket. You can take some high heat paste, put a little dab where the brackets are going to go. Take your brackets, install those, push down on them firmly, make sure they click in, they sit nice and flush. Now on these brackets you're going to have tabs sticking outward. You do not want them sticking inward because it's going to hit the pad. Same thing on the other side. A little bit of paste. Take your clips, install those. Slide your pads out. Slide them into your new bracket. Before you install it back on the vehicle, you want to check your slides. Take your bolts out. Make sure they're greased. Take your rubber boots out. Make sure there's no debris. Put your boots back on. Make sure your pin's greased. Slide that back in. Make sure it moves. Same thing with this. Pull it back out. That's your rubber O-ring. You don't want to spray anything on that. Just make sure there's grease. Same thing with your boot. Make sure there's no debris. Put that boot back on. Slide your pin in. Make sure it moves. Now you're ready to install it on the vehicle. Take your brake caliper bracket. Slide it over your rotor. Install your two bolts by hand. Give those a snug. Tighten those at 89 foot-pounds. Grab your caliper. Slide your pads in a little. Slide your caliper on. Install the two bolts. Your bolt with the stud always goes on top, so that bracket for your brake hose can connect to it. Give those a snug. And those get torqued down to 32 foot-pounds. Take your line, slide it over. Now your line goes back into the bottom of the caliper. Make sure that's nice and snug. Wipe down the excess fluid. Put your bracket back onto your stud. Put your nut on. And that gets torqued down to 32 foot-pounds. Take your electronic e-brake connector, plug it onto your motor, wait for the click. Take your little black plug off your bleeder. This is an 11 millimeter bleeder screw. Open that up. You want to turn it to the left. Just open that up and then wait for your fluid to start to drip out. And then once it starts dripping out, you tighten that bleeder. Put your black cap back on. Pop that cap off your master cylinder. Fill your master cylinder. Put your cap back on. After you top off your fluid at your master cylinder, you want to hop in the driver's seat, pump that brake up. If the brake pedal feels spongy, you're going to have to do a full hydraulic brake bleed. And your reinstall. Line up your holes. Get your lug bolt in. You want to do this by hand so you don't cross thread. And snug them up. Now that we have our wheels back on the ground, we're going to torque these at 100 foot-pounds in a crisscross manner. After you raised your hood, here's your engine compartment. In front of your battery is going to be your master cylinder. I want to pop that cap off, put it off to the side. And you want to draw some of the old brake fluid out of that master cylinder reservoir. After removing old fluid, you want to fill your reservoir with clean fluid. Keep in mind you're going to have somebody sit in the vehicle, pump the brake up while you're doing this bleeding procedure. And you're starting at the left rear wheel. Come to your bleeder, take your cap off, have your friend pump the brake up at least 4 or 5 times. As he's holding, you want to open up your bleeder. This is an 11 millimeter bleeder screw. As soon as his foot hits the floor, he's going to say floor. You tighten up your bleeder. And you want to repeat this process until all the air is out of this caliper. Tighten up your bleeder. Put your cover back on. Now you're going to repeat this at the right front wheel. Remove your bleeder. Have your friend pump it up. Tighten your brake bleeder. Have your friend pump it up again. He's holding. Open up your brake bleeder. And one more time. Tighten up your bleeder. Pop your cap back on. Now you want to check your reservoir and top that off with fluid. Fill your master cylinder. After you top off your fluid at your master cylinder, you want to continue over to the right rear wheel, bleed that caliper, and then finish coming to the left front wheel, bleeding that caliper. Now after you bleed your left front wheel, top off your fluid. Put your cap back on. Make sure your surface is clean. Make sure that there's no leaks. Put your wheels on. Torque your lug nuts at 100 foot-pounds. Take it for a road test.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.